Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create this beautiful hologram effect right inside Final Cut 11. You don't need too much plugins, it's just two of them. One is for free and the other one is paid. The other one that is paid is optional. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is have a clip like this. What we have to do is track that phone. Click on the plus button. When you click the plus button, you have this coverage. You can adjust it by moving this around, and you can bring this down by clicking one of this box, because I want it to cover a lot of area, so I'm going to keep it like this. Then I click analyze. Once that is done, all you have to do is go to this right hand side and click done. Okay, now the best thing you have to do is we have to copy this attribute into the next one, but I will show you after we process the next image. Okay, now the first thing you want to do when you go to your image that you're going to include into the hologram, you have to bring down the opacity to 34,59. That's the perfect number. Okay, once that is done, then we go into the effect area and you click mask. If you don't have this plugin, I'm going to include it in the description below where you can get it, and it's called mask. Then you have that. You can see nothing is showing up right now. It's okay, don't be afraid. All you have to do is come to hide source and uncheck that. You can see we have the effect, the subtle effect already, right? Increase the width of this to 12. You can also change the color if you want. It's your choice. Whatever you want to do with it, that's your choice. But I would prefer to go for the normal one by clicking reset parameters. Go back to your transform and click go to the scale and decrease it to, I think, 74%. You have to go to the title area and type the following: camera rig. This is actually a free plugin from Motion VFX. I'm going to include it in the description below so you can find all of this plugin. Then you move it on it like this. Let me increase my timeline and adjust it to the size. So I have to do a compound clip. All I have to do is go to new compound clip and name it clip 1. You can name it whatever you want, but I prefer the clip 1. Now you click that. Now you should have something like this. Now you can see the background is black. I will explain what we're going to use that black to do later. Now let's make the few adjustments by clicking it, double clicking, then you do this. If you notice, there's already like a zoom effect that we don't want. Now to get that out, we have to go to animation in and out. Like that, we don't have any effect at all. We have to build our own effect. Now the following things you have to make adjustment to will be the camera XY position, which this one will be 0,02. The Y will be minus 0,34. Then you click OK. Then you are going to leave this as 400 minus 400. Keep that in mind. The rest will be 0,00000 until we get to the camera X rotation. Okay. You have to then change the camera X rotation to 265,4. Okay, enter. Then the rotation, you keep it, the Y rotation, you keep it at 0. The Z rotation, you keep it at 0 also. You can use this button right here to move around if you want to. But if you want to adjust the blurriness, you can go from this area and make few adjustments to them, okay? If you want to create a wiggle, you can make those adjustments. If you want to create depth of field and the blurriness, you can adjust all of these settings. Now, if we go out now, all right, we can then bring this clip over to the previous stuff that we have here, okay? Then if we come here, you can see it's black right now. What we have to do is go to normal, this blend mode, and create screen. Bam, the magic is done. You can see that, right? Now remember the masking, the tracking that we did before. If you remember, we have the tracking here. Now we need to apply that track to this clip. All we have to do is click on the clip above, which is clip 1, and click the transform and click on this drop down. Then go to tracker. This is the source, and this is what we want to track with the source. This is the object tracker. You click that. You can see it already now. If you click done, you can see it take effect immediately. You can see that it's moving with the phone. All right, now another thing you want to do is let me just trim this. Let me trim this to the normal size. Perfect. Now we have to apply the same thing to this one. Okay, now what we have to do, I want this particular clip, if you notice, I want to bring it to this side. To get that position right, all we have to do is go to the same setting. We're going to do the same thing that we did for the previous clip, the compound clip. Now all we have to do is add the mask glow, create that mask glow around it. Remember, we remove the high source, then we increase the what's it called, the width to 12. That's what we did, if you remember. Now if you also remember very well, we added something. If we go to the transform, we went to the transform and then decrease the compositing area. We then decrease the opacity to 34, if you remember, 34.59. That was what we did before. So we create that dark stuff, because when it's hologram, majority of the time it's not going to be too bright. Stuff that is inside will not be too bright. So we're trying to mimic that. Now the other thing we're going to do is decrease the scale, like we did to the other one, to 74. We should have something like that. Now we'll go back to our camera rig, the one we had before. We're going to search for camera rig there. Then we move it on the timeline like that and adjust it accordingly. Okay. I think this is too long, but we're going to adjust it later. Don't worry about it. So we create a compound clip now. Create a compound clip. We're going to call it clip 2. Clip 2. Remember what happened then? We have a black background. It's like an overlay right now. Now we are going to make adjustment to this particular camera rig here. Remove the animation, remove the out, and then the basic stuff we're going to make adjustment to will be the camera X and Y position. Then you're going to add this number to the X, which is 0.28, and the other one, which is the Y, you then add it to minus 0.42. Then when you click OK, you should have something like that. Remember, don't be afraid. Let's move forward. Then you go to the camera Z, which is this area. Instead of 400 that we left the other one, we are not going to do that now. We're going to make changes to this. We're going to remove this area and add 543.0. Oh, sorry. And there, and we click enter. You can see it's zoom out, right? Now, the reason why that will happen is because we're moving it to this other side. This other side is going to this other side later, okay? Now, if we go down to the camera X rotation, that's where the magic will happen. Then you put 265 into the box, comma 4, like that. Then you click enter. All right, we're getting there. So now you now go to the camera Y rotation and put in 42. 42 is the number you're going to put there and enter. You can see that is looking so nice already. Now, if we go back out there, then we move it over the clip like this. Now, we can easily just trim this to the size by just cutting that out, and we trim it to the size. And we should have something like this. Then we go back to the blend mode again and create screen. So now we create the third one, which is that's going to be right here. Okay, if you look at it, before we create the third one, you can see the other one is now mimicking the phone. The way we're going to do that again is just go to this upper clip and do the same thing. Go to transform and drop down. Remember, it's clip 1. You're not clicking that clip 1. You're mimicking the other one, which is the first layer, and you choose the tracker and choose object tracker. Okay, if you click done, you're going to have both of them doing the same thing right now. Watch. You can see they're both mimicking the same movements of the phone. What if the phone bend, is going to bend with it, so it looks so real. Okay, now we're going to create the one here. So let's get started. We're going to do the same thing. So instead of repeating the same thing over and over again by not wasting the time, I'm going to copy the attribute from this particular clip, this particular one here, just the down one first. It's the same number. Just repeat the same thing for the third clip. So what I'm doing first is I'm just going to copy the attribute of the transform. I'm going to copy the attribute of the compositing and the transform from the other one and paste it to this by just doing by going to this area and I click paste attribute. Okay, so the one I'm only selecting is max glow and the scale, okay, and the compositing, sorry. Now I click paste. Then I should have something like that. You know, these are the things we've been doing for so long, so I don't want to take your time. So let's go forward. Let's move forward, sorry. So now what we have to do is just type camera rig again, because I would like to explain this one. It's really, really crucial. Now you go there and go to camera rig. If you don't know how to install this, I might create a separate video on how to install things like this. If you want to learn how to install them, kindly drop your comment below and I will do just that. And while we are doing this, please remember to like, comment, and also subscribe. I would really love to know you all. You can ask me any questions. If you want me to do any other content for you, talk to me about it in the comment section. I listen and I kind of like go through my comment section to see what I can create for you guys. All right, so now we have to go to remove the in and out as always. Then what we're going to change here is going to be this X and Y. The first one we're going to deal with is the X, which is going to be minus 0,17. You should see it move like that right now. And the Y will be minus 0,4. You should have something like that. Then we move down to the Z position, which is going to be the minus. Okay, let's just remove that. Minus 543,0. Then we paste that. Then we go to the rotation. You're going to leave this other ones like this. If you want to get creative with them, you can do that. Now you can go into the cam rotation area and we click on the X rotation and put in 265,4 and enter. Okay, now we go to the the Y rotation, sorry, this area, the Y rotation, and we put in minus 46,7. We click it like that. You can see that it's taking form and shape. Now we go to this the Z rotation right now, and we click minus 6,9. Then you should enter. Then it should give you a perfect blend. You can see it from afar. You can see how it's giving you the look like someone is checking from the both side. Yeah, that's what we want to create. We're going to then compound them together. Then we call it clip 3, and we okay that. Then it's going to load. It's going to be like that. Then we move that over to the top like that. The same size. You can see that. Now you can see it's still black. All we have to do is go to your blend mode and click on screen. Then you should have the three of them all together. You can see that. Now remember the last spice on it. You have to add the tracking. Now you click on the transform tracker and you click the drop down and you select not clip 2. You're selecting the other one, the base layer, which is the first layer, which is that, and you select object tracker. You can change the name if you want. If you're that tidy, you can do that, okay? But for the sake of time, I'm going to just go ahead with this and click done. Now if you play the video, you should have something like this. You can see that you should have something that move along with your phone. See that? Okay, so if you want to spice it up, you can add blur to it. Depends on how fast your subject is moving. You can add a little blur to it so it gives you that effect. Now if you want me to show you another one where it pop out from the phone, then we can do that. There's no problem if you need that. Because of time, I'm going to say bye, and I hope you enjoy your day. and have fun doing this. If you need anything, please comment below and remember to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.